Így már minden jó. Na, sziasztok, srácok!
So, the card is, maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
But the list Filmar gave us...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar!
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the Bunny Man?
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932. I wrote it down in my notebook as well.
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
Oké, tehát... Jó. Nem is ebbe kell nézni.
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you again. Could you come over to my place? I have a question for you. It's very important. It's about a case.
A real case? With the chicken police? Of course, Sonny. I'll be over in a few minutes.
Thanks, pal. I owe you one.
One? Just another second.
Jó, jön Louis. Ami nekünk jó, ugye? Jó nekünk? Oh.
Would you like a shot?
You know what? When we're done with the...
Let's hope the case won't end us in...
Amen to that, Brother Bird.
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my big dream to help you with a serious case.
Well,
Well, these names. I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
Here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class. Politicians, business people, oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
Nem. Higgyétek el, ő benne van.
Deborah, the girl who came to me
Valamit
tonight.
tud.
Yes. She's
Szia, Sam.
a very lovely young lady.
Nagyon
Did you
szép,
take her
bűnös.
after you two left?
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Flowerville. Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly.
Nem, most kezdődött.
Luck.
Csak áthívtuk a Louis-t. Ennyit.
Something happened?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
This?
This?
Oh, my goodness.
I think we have a bingo, gentlemen.
You see, I also have one of these.
A card? Like this? Really?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
Azt mondja, hogy a listán szereplő nevek, politikusok, meg nagyon nagy előkelő színészek, meg minden.
SN mean, Lewis?
Viszont azt mondja, hogy az a félig elszakadt papír, az semmire nem jó. Szerintem rajta van a nevem.
But it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not gonna tell anybody.
Thank you
Kamuzik.
so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Kamuzik Louis
Listen,
bazzom.
Lewis. How do we get in?
Megérzem a kamuzik valaki.
Want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
So,
Baj van a fején? Azt nem akarom, hogy baj van a füle mögött?
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
I don't know what you said to him, but after you finished, he almost immediately van disappeared.
really? That's suspicious.
Or he had business elsewhere. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's going somewhere.
I didn't see her after the show. If I'm not mistaken, she usually leaves when everyone else has already left.
What else do you know about her, Lewis?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows, she was a dancer, then a backing singer, then star, and then club owner.
We found
Akkor
out
lenne
as much
durva amúgy, ha
already.
mindenki benne
Do
lenne.
you think she'd fled the Slavonian massacre? That's why the
Tehát igazából,
secrecy.
ugye, mint
You mean the massacre
az
of
új
the royal
Agatha
family?
Christie az Orient Expressen,
I'd say her accent is
Gyilkosság
a
az Orient Expressen
giveaway,
című
and her
filmben
name
volt.
too, though it's undoubtedly an alias.
Egy olyan nagy
So
fordulat
it's
például.
possible that she is a part of the
lehetne.
royal family.
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that awful night.
You're probably right.
Nem tudom miért, de annyira nézem a Nyuszinak a szemét, meg a fülét,
What
meg
should we
minden, hogy
know
mikor
about the place,
hazudik.
Lewis?
De aztán
Besides
rájövök,
what
hogy
they're
igazából szerintem nem
dealing in
fog
there.
elárulni semmit így.
Oh, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for that, you know. Some animals just go for company.
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Yes, of course.
Is it true what they say, that it's some kind of hidden stronghold of the royalists?
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the species. Yes, but stronghold? I don't think so.
But the place must be an eyesore for the separatists, right?
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well. The separatists wouldn't dare to go near the place.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about these two old cocks.
That was a little bit,
Hogy
equivocal.
eludt eszem? Én arra ébredtem, hogy sírok.
May I
De azt, hogy
ask
mit
what
álmodtam,
you
azt nem
got
tudom.
yourself into? This looks serious.
Könnyeztem,
It's
inkább mondjuk így.
complicated, Lewis, but nothing good. I can tell you that much.
Ah, is there anything
Ez
else that
szerintem
I can
rémálmom
help you
volt, de olyan,
with?
hogy aminek nem
Maybe
örülök.
there's something. Maybe I should ask something specific from it.
Konkrétumot. Azokat már kérdeztem.
Good old rabbit. I can always...
Oké, tehát.
Look, I'm sorry I dragged you into this, Marty.
Don't be. I would have been bored to death, still be on that shooting range.
And Laura, what about her?
She's used to it. Every New Year's the same. You know, since that special one.
Don't say it.
A bloody New Year's. Yeah.
Szebb.
So
Már tanultunk
Laura's
egy újat
probably at
dolgot.
home, waiting for me on the couch, staring into a candle and killing a bottle of wine. Or two.
You can get out of
Köszönöm
this
szépen, hogy ezt
anytime.
megtanítottad meg.
You know that, don't you?
If you start something, finish it, right? Let's just make it through alive, okay? Or Laura will bite off my head.
Hogy harapnál le a fejét, hogyha már meghal?
I'm on it, partner.
Jó van.
What could this list mean? And what's the connection to Deborah?
I have no idea, Marty, but we'll figure it out.
What could this list mean?
I
Oh,
have
ezt már
no...
beszéltük. Oké.
It would be best to board it up. It'd go up.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel...
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has it?
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
120...
Értem. Na. Hol nem tudok máshol menni? Akkor oda megyünk. Chapter 2, The Killing.
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated
Nem, én
the
bevallom
place,
az őszintén, nem is
just like
hallottam
they
meg
hated
ezt.
everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful
Tehát én itt már itt Miskolcon is
coexistence
annyit
of all
tanulok, mint az
species.
fő.
So the place
Mint a
wasn't just a
iskolában lennék.
brothel. It was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Piu! Oké.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
Jó, hogy néz ki. Ez gyűrűs farkú makika? Rókahölgy. Kérdezzük Rókahölgyet.
Would you be so
Hát
kind
persze.
as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can
If you'd
I will be.
Ja, hogy túl gyorsak voltunk, tehát ilyen érzékien kell felhúzni. Csak nyugodtan. Lassan. Nyugi, nem szakadhat el. Így. Ajaj, lassítsunk, mert nehogy itt elmenjen a kakaska.
Oh, thank you. honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty.
Jó vagyunk, igen.
Thank you.
Boglárka is elég szarul aludt. Már igazából őt alig lehetett lelőni este. Én már rég aludtam volna, de ő ugrált még az ágyamban meg.
May I invite you gentlemen for a...
No, thank
Hívja
you.
meg.
We're in a hurry.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Oh. She's what I call an
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you.
Nem tudom, hogy mit hittel el ez Zuber.
Stripes.
Nem, bazeg, már mondtam, hogy hagyjál már
I don't
könyvet.
care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
Aztán jött arra, hogy
Yeah, old
nézni akar dokumentumfilmet.
Beauty is
Mondom, bazeg,
relative.
kapcsold be a tévét, nyomd, amit akarsz.
My name is Day-Night Diamond.
Day-Night
Welcome
Diamond
to the
vagyok.
sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss
Köszönöm
Diamond,
szépen.
I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptional
Csodálatosak a
wonderful
csíkjai.
stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often.
Akartam mondani, hogy akkor most ezek
to
szerint
be
igen.
honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a
Huh.
first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Mindenkinek van egy első alkaloma.
We don't have any employees by
real.
that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
Nem érti.
Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work
Jaj,
here.
de kis butos
I'm
kis
afraid
zebra
I
ez.
don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
Hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
Atya úristen. Na,
I
mutassuk meg a
wouldn't want to
jelvényt.
offend you, far from it, but it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't, but, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am.
Amúgy nyugtató hangja a zebrának.
Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
How?
I can't give you any information about that.
Az az
It's
új.
policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please.
Az
come up with a
igen.
warrant.
Touche.
Bekeményített.
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some
Valami
familiar
nem
names
stimmel
on
nekem.
there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any.
Igen, mert tudjuk, egyik nap Deborah vagy, másik nap Annika, harmadik nap meg Susanna.
Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will...
Nem, bemegy és szól a
entertain while you
főnöknek,
wait.
ezt most mondom.
I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
Ebből baj lesz, addig beszélgessünk közben vele.
That guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
What? Me? Nothing?
Ez a csávó az
Is he
óriási
a
nagy.
bouncer or a guest? I'd rather not.
Oké, most mit csináljunk?
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink?
No, thank you. We're...
No.
Oké.
I don't even know. Good gods!
Hey, keep it down, Marty.
I see it now. Of all that's furry.
Yes, it's very furry. Or more like shaggy.
Ez hülye! Ez hülye! Ez nagyon hülye. Jó. Fúj!
Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this.
Legális ez
Is this
egyáltalán?
even legal?
Hát,
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice in Clawville?
Okay. I was pulling your leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Oh, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there.
ez a Marty, ez egy
Remember
hülye.
Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
Amúgy akartam mondani, hogy szerintem neki van még mindig
All
barátnője,
I'm
nem?
thinking about is her.
With a hatchet in her hand.
Baltával a kezébe.
Like my nuggets.
That's...
Laura.
That's it, Marty. Just slowly turn away from the pictures.
Hát ez kurva nagy, óriási nagy páros.
That's it.
Laura.
That's...
Fura? Furák amúgy ezek a képek, nekem úgy nem furák.
These brides
Kutyasszony.
are elegant. Just like Laszlo said.
Louis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails? Furry ears? A raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods.
Megtudjás
Stop
az.
it. Just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty.
Jó van, na.
That woman, she's familiar.
Nekem is úgy az alsó része olyan nagyon
The
ismerő.
broad from the Bloody New Year's?
God damn it, Marty. Do you have to say it out loud? It gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps, more like.
Anyway, I don't know if it's really her. I always get confused by the exotic ones, but... Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, she's a...
You call that?
This is what real art is about, Sonny. It's beautiful and mysterious.
Well, you should have seen the picture on Natasha's wall. Your heart would have skipped a beat for sure.
Wait, what picture? Talk to me.
Nothing. Forget it. It's not important.
Hey, you're not getting off that easily. I want to
Figyelj,
know.
már ökölbe a keze
my
egyből.
friend, you have to earn that.
You're a real bastard, you know?
I know, Marty.
Az a páros, bazd meg.
I apologize for the wait. Please.
Hát
come
jól
with
van,
me,
Diamond.
gentlemen.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
You mean that?
Oj,
Madame
oj.
Zavas?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes.
Please,
Ez egy
miss,
krokodil?
take this
Aligátor?
to me.
Aligátor krokodil?
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother.
Istenem, bazd meg, de hülye ez.
Interesting pieces.
Azt a kurva mekkora.
It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Ah, interesting.
Thank you.
Tehát azok ilyen családi, kicsit ilyen családi erekék is.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time, it's a decoration.
A faszodat, azt
Memento.
te
It's
átbasztál.
Indeed.
Olyan óra nincs, ami csak azért van, hogy dísz legyen. Ez itt egy tuti, hogy tutti frutti. Ez egy tuti, hogy kinyit valami különleges ajtót itt, mi? Kammuzik a nő. Nem vagyok ennyire hülye, én már régen láttam ilyen filmeket, te.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner.
Aha.
The legend of
Ez
the
egy
chicken
bűnöző,
police
hazudik.
is always one step ahead of the chicken police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague.
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
Hát mennek összessége meghalt.
The name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work,
Elnézésedet
discretion is
kérem. Ez itt egy jelvény, basz.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also.
Aha, tehát ezek szerint van egy beépített
As I
ember.
said,
Vagyis nem biztos, hogy egy.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless.
Mindig van valaki a rendőrségen.
It's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
Na, kikérdezzük a krokit. Most hátulra
This
indulunk.
isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
Az fura mondjuk.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Nagyon okosak vagyunk amúgy, hogy kérdezünk Luisról.
So often.
Thank you for the vague answer, man.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so.
Nem sokat segít ez a kroki.
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely.
Hú, az meg.
Do you
Eddig
know
ő a
Natasha
legköcsögebb, akivel
Katsenko
beszélünk.
personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
Na szóval. Kihallgatás.
Deceit is everything to Zavas. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word
Legendás kém
with a
volt.
grain of salt.
Hú, az meg.
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to
Annyi,
fool.
hogy ő biztos, hogy
I'm
tud
trying
valamit,
to
de nem ő
maintain
az.
appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Na.
Tell me, were you really the king's spy?
If that's such an open secret, then I haven't been doing my job very well, isn't that right? Yes, I was a spy. But that's such a blunt way of putting it. I always say I used to undertake confidential, generally political assignments of a delicate nature for the king that were in the interests of national security.
Put that way, it sounds rather romantic.
Don't believe the cheap fiction, Mr. Featherland. Espionage is anything but romantic.
Ah, pedig a filmekben úgy van néha.
If you must know, I only did it because I believed I could protect those that I serve. Weapons have only one use in this world. To keep the peace. Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty. Why did you decide to
Nem akarjuk most így lerohanni, nem akarjuk megbántani, legyen inkább pozitív a kikérdezés.
Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Hoppácska.
Young mothers and prostitutes.
Érdekes.
Feels like a sharp turn.
Érdekes kis
No,
párosítás.
it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls.
Végül is úgy is lehet segíteni, hogy igazából felhasználjuk a testüket,
to
ha?
help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
Én
You
sem
see
értem
things very
ezt.
superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes,
Oké,
survived.
de nem hiszem, hogy nem lett volna egy sima bolt
And
vagy
it's
valami.
the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Érdekes.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons.
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't
Hoppá,
lie to you.
hoppá.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question, Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right.
Hoppá, hoppá.
What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest...
Haha.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland.
Köszönöm szépen.
I'm really sorry you're not...
I am working for the government.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a...
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Why did you take her in?
Hát basszus,
Maybe
nehéz
you
amúgy
saw
kikérdezni.
yourself in Natasha.
She was only 17 when she knocked on the rear entrance of the brothel on an unusually cold, rainy night. I opened the door myself.
Was Natasha alone?
Yes, completely alone. Her left arm was slashed with an ugly wound, and she was frozen to the bone, barefoot, only as...
Did she tell you what happened to her?
After I brought her into the house, warmed her up, and changed her into new clothes, that was the first thing I asked. But no, she didn't tell me. We became very good friends. But I still don't know what happened to her,
And you weren't bothered by all those secrets?
that
Érdekes.
would have been very hypocritical of me, don't you think? No.
I see. Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything.
Oda
Natasha's
néz.
trail could only be traced back to this...
It's rather curious.
It is, Mr. Featherland. Yes, curious. That's what...
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed.
Zavas is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from...
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk
Amit
about her
mondtok?
feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed
Úgy
that
érzem, mint
myself.
hogyha ez a nő úgy kezelni ezt a csajt, a Natasát, mint hogyha a lánya lenne, és tényleg szereti. Tehát
When was the last time you saw her, Madame
Szia, Axel.
Zavas?
Maybe around
Mező
2
szüneted
months
van?
ago. There
Milyen
was
nap van ma?
a
Csütörtök?
ball
Akkor ma nem is dolgozol.
attended
Ho-ho!
by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful maid Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Bogi nem
She
elérhető
herself,
nem most.
Did you feel like she was
Megöltem.
afraid or worried about something.
On the
Most nincs itthon,
contrary,
elment.
she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her
Nem
own
alszik.
unique way.
Elment
What do
egy
you
boltba.
mean?
You
Azt egy
know
hova, azt
Natasha
nem.
loves on a different level
Itt
than
halózik.
most Clawville women. Or most
Valamit
women in
akar
the
venni.
wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of these Stovonian origins.
Szóval
Perhaps it's something
miért?
else.
De a DC azt
So you
gondolom
didn't
van,
notice
tehát lehet,
anything
hogy
strange
fogja
about
olvasni.
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground,
Jó.
who previously used to stand on
Azt
it
hiszed,
with
hogy mi nem
2
tudunk
feet.
válaszolni?
I see. Thank you, madam.
Ezt muszáj megkérdezni?
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do.
Itt a lapátok van már.
You loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Nem, ott van kint a konyhában nyomja.
Thank you for your
Úgyse
time,
fogja használni.
madam.
Anytime, detective. Yes.
Szerintem most nem voltunk rosszak amúgy. Ennyi. Élő legenda vagyok. Köszönöm szépen. 100%-on fókuszáltunk.
Gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show
Haha.
you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Na, megpróbáljuk azt az
Not in the
órát?
slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other...
That's exactly how I feel.
Ha ma úgyis itt vagyunk.
Now that we're here, we can take a...
Aha.
Just what I was thinking.
Na,
Yes. This is the Zavas from the legends.
oké.
These books are here for a reason. They mean something.
Valamit jelentenek.
These books are here for...
Oké. Hüllő 49 éve, a ló halála, egy kulcs az állat elméhez. Egy, 5, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Beautiful pieces for sure.
Mondom, hogy ez az óra fontos. 6 óra? Szerintetek, vagy mennyi? Mi alapján fogunk szerintetek találni itt órát? Itt van. Nyolc. Hét. 9. Biztos, hogy ez egy óra? Mármint, hogy úgy egy óra, hogy kinyitni. Biztos, hogy kinyitós. Nincs ez az Isten.
It's a piece of a painting, judging... Molly, my ex-wife. What do you have to do with all this?
Jó kérdés.
Molly,
649 szerinted? Nem kéne ilyenkor történnie valaminek?
Yes.
Könyveknek van valami köze hozzá.
These books are here for a reason.
Mit láttak ti benne, amit én nem látok? Ez már 5. Aztán... De miért, Axel? Ezt mondd már meg nekem. Okos vagy, ügyes vagy.
She is a legendary ex-spy.
Well, this is something I've never understood. Why isn't a key good enough? I mean, you can take that with you, but riddles can...
I don't think many animals get to be in this room, Marty. And the other thing is...
Mi volt a 49?
Maybe she wanted us to find it.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Who
Könyvcím.
knows?
Oké.
Anyway, we're going...
49. Igen. És mi a 7? 5, 2.
This room is not like her
7
at
elme.
all.
Oh,
The other must have been for show.
ügyes vagy.
Marty, this is the reality. We're talking about a professional spy.
A former spy.
Still, if anyone knows how to mask her real face, it's her.
Wait, you think this is who she really is? Cold, dark, and tiny.
And full of
Kíváncsi vagyok.
secrets.
Na nézzük. Falak.
This place gives me the creeps.
Me too. We better get out of here before she comes back.
Oké. Sietni kell. A zene is bedurvult. Képek a falon.
So the rumors are true.
Igazak a
Military
pletykák.
intelligence. This dame's really something. I'm starting to think the whole brothel is just a cover.
Makes
Yeah, of
sense.
course.
You think she's still...
Well, based on what she told us, she's a committed royalist.
Hector III, our great and fair king.
I feel sorry for the poor fox, to be honest.
I don't. He has it pretty good.
Durva a zene.
Even if he is just a puppet, Clawville needs a king. He gives...
If we fly too close to the sun,
Írógép.
Somebody started typing a letter, but left it unfinished.
Nem lehet, hogy ez csak egy átbaszás nekünk
Number
amúgy?
2947222. Report about separatist group movements.
damn it, don't even read that.
What? Why not?
I don't know about you, but I don't want to get caught up in the royalist-separatist conflict. What you don't know can't hurt you, right?
Igaz.
I can't even recognize you, boss. Where did you put your sense of adventure?
My sense of adventure has retired. Leave it alone. Just forget it's here, son. Ah, names, numbers, dates. Oh, furry gods.
Ez egy kicsit magasabb szinten van most ez a dolog.
Hell no. Half of it is a matter of national security.
Akkor benne lesznek politikusok is, srácok.
You know what? I don't care, Marty. I'm too old for conspiracies. The only thing that matters to me is to find out what the furry hell we're doing here.
And what it has to do with Natasha.
Sure.
Gyanú.
This
Itt a
has
lap.
got to be it, Marty.
Oh,
Look at the missing page.
Oh, gods. And look at the names.
Yeah. the ladies and their guests.
Damn.
What this means, Marty, is that the most influential people in the city
Oh.
had been Natasha's patrons. Some even from the royal family.
Aj, aj.
Destabilize Clawville.
At least the Clawville we currently know.
You think
Debut
this is
kick.
behind everything? Somebody's blackmailing Natasha because of this?
That could easily be the case. But something still doesn't fit. That piece of a painting.
Sonny?
If there's even a small chance of...
Sonny,
What?
there's another familiar name here.
What are you
Uh-oh.
talking about?
És sose tudjuk meg. De. Natasha Katzenko. A csaja!
Clucking hell, Sonny.
Sonnynak a csaja.
She was working here too.
Ő is egy
Probably
táncos nő
someone
volt.
else
Azt
with
meg
the
már
same
mi a
name.
faszi, azt le
So
állandóan.
that's why
Kurváját.
Natasha told me they'd known each other for a long time.
Úristen,
Look, boss.
felgöngyölítettük az ügyet.
All those stories about her past.
Listen, Bossbird. Molly loved you, right? Isn't that what matters?
Marty, please shut your
That's
fucking beak right now or I'll shut it for you.
Okay, boss. I'm sorry.
Beszarok.
But
Just shut the cluck up.
We've caught them sneaking around, Mr.
Aha.
Hammond, you see.
Várható, hogy visszajön ennyi
I
ideig.
see, man.
Ennyi időt.
oh, back
Pisztoly.
off, ladies.
Mi meg
No
elővettük
need for
itt az
this. We
izét,
don't
mint just
want
that.
trouble.
No, maybe you don't. Unfortunately, trouble has found you, gentlemen.
Ajjaj.
Madam Zavos, we needed to know the connection. What this place has to do with Natasha.
És Molly.
And my wife.
Kurva jó a zene.
Filthy
Eszméletlenül
Thomas.
hangulatos.
He's talking gibberish. May I shoot him?
No, not yet, Miss Diamond.
I'd be very sorry to put holes in your lovely striped skin, but believe me, baby, I will. I've always wanted to know if diamonds are bulletproof.
Please, madam. It'll all be over in a second.
No. We have received different orders, Miss Diamond. Stand down.
Oh, I see. The pony does tricks on command. Well, I'm not surprised.
That's enough, Marty. You knew who she was, didn't you? What she meant to me.
Well, well, Mr. Featherland. Aren't you interested in your case anymore? No? All it took was a name from your past, and your professionalism drowned in the mud.
Stop playing games with me, Zavos. What does all this have to do with Molly?
Nothing at all. No, she was just a little bird among the many who sought refuge here.
You forced her into this.
You'd love to hear that, but until she met you, she was one of us. Just another...
You clucking...
Sonny, no!
Úristen. Üsd le! De nem minket. Valaki átba baszott.
I think I was dreaming. But it wasn't the kind of dream you'd want to remember.
Fúj!
Dark and painful. Then the suffocating smoke woke me. It wasn't fried eggs, that's for sure. Where was I? What happened? That treacherous crocodile.
Meg akar ölni
I saw
minket.
Marty, who looked as horrible as I felt. Well, I've always wanted a romantic sea voyage.
Néha azért valljuk be, hogy szürreális amúgy, amit beszélgetünk.
With this.
Marty, I told you you could get out any time.
And you knew damn well that I wouldn't. That I would never leave you in deep shit once I've joined you. You knew it, and you still asked me to do it.
Marty, listen.
You're a selfish bastard, Sonny, and you drag everyone around you down with you. How long was it till retirement? 120 days?
Az biztos, hogy benne vagyunk.
But you just couldn't sit still on your ass, could you? Well, take a good look around, boss bird. This is you. And this is what
Na,
follows.
megint kezdődik. Nem ilyenkor kéne összevesznünk, hanem ilyenkor kéne közösen összefogni és
Do you
megcsinálni.
understand? You have nothing else.
Marty,
yourself. Oh, you're great at that. I can't believe this shit. We're gonna die here on a goddamn blazing
Marty,
What?
I've almost managed to untie the knot. But if you keep thrashing around like that, we're really gonna die here.
Ah, for cluck's sake. Fine. Work your magic. Until then, I'm gonna say all the prayers I know.
You better.
Na,
Well,
Let me concentrate on the rope.
oh really? What a sharp...
Shut up.
kötele. Kezdet vég. Mi a fasz? Bazd meg! Egyre nagyobb a tűz! Felpirad! Ááááá! Meg vagyunk!
What now?
Now we run.
I can't swim.
Well, you
Nem
better
tudunk
run
húzni.
fast or you'll die. I'm not gonna drag your...
I shouldn't have brought this.
Throw them away then.
Never. Cluck you, Sonny.
To
Gyerünk!
survive this.
Well, after you.
Ja, hogy ennyi? Oh! Bazd meg! Ez necces volt, amúgy ez kurva jó. Kurva jó volt ez a rendszer.
Furry fucking clucking gods. Damn.
Yeah.
Listen, Marty.
What?
What you said on the ship.
What about it?
You were right. I knew this would happen. Or something like it. I dragged you into this deliberately. Because I'm not enough on my own.
Sonny, cut the crap.
No, I'm serious. I knew I couldn't do this
Majd
alone.
amúgy nézzétek meg kérlek a menetrendet, mert megint változott egy kicsit mára.
Well, look out for me.
I don't need this, all right? Stop playing the wounded soul. I don't fucking care.
Fair enough. You're right.
Ma két
Hell,
premier
you're
is lesz.
fucking right.
I'll,
Az egyik még éjfélkor jelent meg.
Good.
Na, nézzük csak.
You've
Lélekvesztő.
seen better days too, haven't you?
Kivel beszéljünk, Martival?
You can swim after all.
Yeah. Or the river spat me out.
Well, what about your guns? Did you throw them away?
Hell no. Where they go, I go. And where I go, they're coming with me.
Várjátok,
no
ez
matter
hogy hívta ezt a
seriously amazed you're
sotit?
still
Vagy nem tudom mi ez.
what. Yeah, sure.
Ez meg kell.
Well, anyway, I'm glad we both...
Yeah, thanks. I must admit you were pretty...
But still, cluck me. Am I right?
Without...
Nice thought. But your hands were tied, so...
Sonny.
Okay, you're right. And now I'll...
Yeah, I know. Burning, you stepped in big dung, that's for sure.
I get the feeling that whoever hit us wasn't a pretty gal.
De az árnyékból mit vettetek le? Ki volt az? Mert nekem ilyen cica külseje volt. Nem lehetséges amúgy, hogy a barátnőnk amúgy él a Molly, vagy hát a... Vagy ő az.
Ho, 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 lads. What the hairy devil are you doing out here? Isn't it a bit cold for a swim?
Szerintem Molly lesz.
On the ship, at least while it was burning.
Mindjárt megnézzük a képet.
Bet it was. Arr.
Hey, Captain, how's it hanging?
It's hanging all right. Arr. What about you lubbers? What was all that ruckus, eh?
Oh, I think someone tried to kill us, Captain. Again.
Come on, Boise. There's nothing new there. Yeah, old rust can't be scraped away.
Did you see anything, Captain?
Arr, of course I have. A burning Then two cocks suddenly learned to fly. And even swim, by God. Oh, what the... You haven't changed a bit, old man. Sure.
Yeah, except that Clawville doesn't have...
Of course it does, laddie. Just not here. Okay. That's too much for me.
You know, I have a feeling this night's just getting started.
We were almost finished.
Yeah.
You don't want to quit, do you?
No, Sonny, I don't.
Thanks, partner.
Yeah.
A black car stopped not far from here. A rich-looking car, shiny and all.
Yeah? What else?
Two big lads stepped out of it. One of them was looking like some kind of cow. The other was a cat, a big cat. They were fancy looking at the ship. I don't blame them. It's not something you...
Just a wild guess. Was it a ram and a bob?
Exactly. Are you...
Well, an acquaintance. It's the bouncer of the Tsar Club.
Aha, az volt a kos, ugye?
Zavas answers to Ibn too. Or...
Yeah.
Oh, that's a...
Easy, old-timer. This,
Érdekes
Ram
lesz.
fella, what did he do after watching us?
Nothing at all, laddie. When that lovely ship started to sink, they got into their pretty...
So they didn't see us swimming to shore.
I wouldn't know that.
Tell me, Captain, do you hang out here all the time?
This behind me is me ship, lads. Or at least, it's a ship I'm living in at the moment. It's not mine, you know.
And what do you do?
I stand here and watch the sea.
The sea? You mean the River Tyne?
Azt mondod?
River.
Okay. What now?
I don't know. We can't go to the station, that's for sure.
We agree on that.
I think I broke a rib.
My sight's getting blurry.
Pluck me. You know what this means?
Oh, no.
We have to, pal.
I'm
Bobo!
not your pal, especially after tonight.
Come on. We got no choice.
Well, we survived the burning ship. I guess we'll...
Don't be so optimistic. Do you know anything
Oké,
about the place?
ugye el kell mennünk Dr. Bobo bácsihoz, hogy megjavítson és összetudja a borbáinkat újra.
But they don't really tolerate...
Not surprised.
Sure I have. They have the most beautiful wenches there, laddie. Like sirens of the sea.
And well, Captain, that's where we came from.
On a burning ship.
Mars kapitány oda is menne egyből a bordéba.
Lads.
We're doing our best, Captain.
Hey, you be.
Have you heard the name?
De hát most nézzétek meg, szerintem most is ráugranának, nem?
When I was young,
Igazán fess úriember.
they were talking about a gorgeous crocodile with that name.
Me too.
It's her.
Akartam mondani, hogy olyan hasonlóak ezek.
To do with the burning ship.
You're quite the...
So I've been told.
But seriously, have you seen...
Of course I have. I'm always watching, my lad.
Ja, hogy azt kérdeztük, jó.
What now?
Well, we'll get ourselves together.
Sure.
Where are we anyway?
Well, we couldn't have drifted too far. Good idea.
Akkor elmegyünk Bobóhoz. Úgyse lehet más csinálni. Utána gyorsan most, hogyha odaérünk, akkor megnézzük, hogy nézett ki a kedves Molly. Kurvára kíváncsi vagyok, most már nem emlékszek rá. Chapter 3.
Bubo used to work at the PD. As a coroner...
Amúgy ez mekkora, ez csak a magyarok értetik.
Then a couple of limbs
Vagy hát
and
ennek külföldön is volt,
organs
tudom,
went
Dr.
missing,
Bubo.
and the
Biztos
morphine
valaki nézte.
stocks
Németek
suspiciously
biztos tartták.
depleted, so the force said goodbye to him. He then set up a private practice, but lost his license pretty quick. Now he's doing something that vaguely resembles medicine. Fixing up gangsters and bent coppers. Or pigeons like us. I hadn't seen the doc since he had to pick a dozen pellets out of my drumstick. Thanks, Marty.
Well.
Hello, Bubo.
Dragged in. The one and only chicken coppers in the rotting flesh.
Good evening to you too, old owl.
Aw. Has he shot you again?
Not yet.
It is to laugh. I just need a strong painkiller. And since we're already here, some information too.
Well, then I hope your pockets are full.
We just crawled out of the river, so if it's all right with you, we can
Well, I owe...
one. Don't make me laugh, Bubo. You're in.
Okay, tell me what's wrong and do it fast. It's a busy night. On New Year's Eve, animals love...
Tell me about it. Tonight's starting to remind me of the bloody New Year's Eve.
Or worse.
Annyira jó a szinkron hang. A Bubónak is annyira jól áll ez.
Did you come here to cry me a river? Spit it out. Then get...
Ursula ezért. Na várjatok. Személyek. Mollyról még nem tudunk semmit. Oké. Akkor most mondom, srácok, megfejtettük a bűnügyet. Molly a tettes, nem halt meg.
You're right. I think all of these are illegal.
De lehet, hogy nem is haltak meg, csak elváltak? Nem tudom ma. Erről sem emlékszem.
Demonology. Perverse desires. Unholy dealing.
Would you two shut the cluck up?
What do you think? Is this a medical illustration or the good doc's dinner?
Unfortunately, the two are often one and the same.
Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh.
This is just for decoration, right? Somehow I can't picture you playing the classics.
It's Ursula's, not mine. She plays beautiful.
I can imagine.
Hey, shut your beak or I'm gonna sew it shut.
Milyen kemény ez a Bubó.
All right.
Gyanús
Keep
szoba.
the dead bodies and just stolen morphine.
The morphine's long gone.
Oh, poor Bubo.
Watch your beak, Martin.
Who's that?
Who? Oh, he's my father.
Komoly.
Why are you so surprised? He gave his body to science.
Then what's he doing here?
Hoo 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 hoo.
Hú, hú, hú,
You're
hú,
a
hú.
hilarious guy.
That was it.
Yeah, thanks.
Two infantile monkeys.
So, this, nothing, just,
Hú, 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 hú. Látom, így fújunk.
Yuck. It's soaked with blood. Fresh blood.
I was operating on someone a few minutes.
totally sober, huh?
More or less.
Probably less.
My hands tremble if I don't drink, okay? Just leave me
Ez nagyon nagy arc ez a Bubó.
spit it out. What do you want from me? I have a business.
Busy?
I had to patch up two muscleheads a few minutes ago. Of course they...
What muscleheads?
Wait, let me guess. A ram?
How did you know?
Ezek össze-vissza oda mennek, ahol mi.
His hand was badly burned and something had sliced the rim.
Wow.
Well, it's not an easy job to haul two unconscious roosters onto an abandoned ship and then set it on fire.
What have you gotten yourselves into again, you fool?
Yeah, don't say.
Well, in this case...
Don't celebrate in advance, Doc. As you can see, we're not so easy to kill.
Aha.
Just tell us everything you know. And give us some strong painkillers.
Well, all right. Ask away. But I must warn you. If Ursula comes home and sees you here, she'll...
Ő Ursula.
Joking aside, how are you, Doc? Long time no see.
Oh, you should get shot more often.
Yeah, right.
I'm still alive. Clawville's still standing, to my surprise.
You don't need anything else then, right?
You know, I could use a big house, a normal job, and a ton of money. And it'd be great if that ridiculous...
So you still
Yeah,
support
because-
the Separatists?
Wow, this old owl's heart is beating.
But your life partner is a bear.
Not a problem as long as I don't marry her.
You're a goddamn hypocrite, Bubo.
Why, thank you.
Hát amúgy tényleg
What
durva.
does this tell you, Bubo?
That you tore off the corner of a painting?
Not that. What do you make of it?
that somewhere a painting is missing a corner.
Don't cluck with me, old man.
I'm not. I'm completely serious.
Then, thanks for the help.
Don't mention it.
Love is still in the air, I see.
I'm a prisoner, boys.
Yeah, the prisoner of your stupidity.
Easy for you to say. You can't get rid of a woman like her so easily.
Why? Because she's a bear and weighs a ton?
No. Because no matter how much I hate her, I still love her more than anything.
Oh, touching.
Hold your tongue, McChicken.
What do you know about Madame Zavas and...
Zavas, huh? Who?
Mindig a nők veszélyesebbek.
Is there some kind of link between them?
Gibbons' contacts span the entire city, and his new girlfriend, that
How do you know that?
Oh, great. We almost died for...
Why didn't you ask?
Shut up, okay? So that Ram and his partner, did they talk about something?
The Bobcat didn't say a word, he just growled. But the Ram couldn't shut up, and he talks like a butler or something. He's got a very strange vocabulary. I say.
What did they say, Bubo? Get to the point.
After they've done the job killing you, I guess, they said they have to kill a rat, too.
A rat?
Figuratively. An informer. Someone who spilled the beans and hurt Mr. Wessler's
A patkány az az izé.
An informer.
They called him a sneaky little bastard, too.
Az étterembe.
That's gotta be Zip.
Of course. Zip.
Well, then that flea bag's done.
Hold your horses, Marty. Zip is like a...
I guess. We got it.
I'm afraid you're right.
One?
I didn't even hear that, Bubo.
Nyomozás.
Who tried to get us out of the way? And why?
No. Ki akart eltenni lábalól? Natasha. Nyomok. Ide még egy kell. Együtt dolgoznak.
In cahoots with David Wessler.
Oké, tehát ide meg...
But why? Just because Natasha used to work at that place? Wessler wants to hide the trap.
Nem biztos, hogy ez.
Natasha's past. Or maybe it was Natasha herself.
Tárgy.
But what does it have to do with Zip? Why do they want to kill the raccoon?
Zip maga is bordéba dolgozott.
Zip knows something or has something that can unveil Natasha and Ibn's secret. We need to find out what it is.
Mi lehet? Ügy lezárva.
Sonny, there's something else. Your car is here behind the building. Ursula covered it.
What? Why?
She saw it in front of the brothel. And she also...
Furry gods. What did she do?
Well, a couple of dames with guns are not enough to scare Ursula, that's for sure. But relax. She did...
You know, for once, that's wonderful news.
Yeah, I wore my legs down to get here.
Warmest regards to Ursula when she gets back, Doc.
Of course I would.
Ah, you're the best, Boo.
I know. Will you kindly get lost? Well, just
Have a little patience, Al.
Jó, mindent megkérdeztünk.
well,
Have a little patience, Al. No way.
Tehát,
Damn, we're late.
I don't see him anywhere.
But that jerk's here.
Yeah, the famous scribbler Tim in the flesh. He must have seen something. And because he's here, he must have caught a whiff of a serious
Yeah.
case. We should interrogate him.
Oh, let me be the bad cop, Boss Bird.
Permission
Huh?
granted.
Yes.
ez mi? Jó.
They say an animal's just like...
Does that mean I'm old and...
Well, you...
What about you? You don't even have a...
That's just it. I'm special. And
No, like a moron.
Na, beszélgessünk
Hey,
Timothyval.
Timbo, my old pal.
Hey, hello, boys. What a lovely welcome.
you're not scared.
Légy a
to see
levesben,
us, are
igen.
you?
Who? Me? What are you thinking? I'm always glad to see you working.
What the hell's going on here, Tim?
That's exactly what I was thinking. You see, what the hell could have happened?
Where's Zip, Timbo?
Keen observation, boys. Because that's,
Let me guess. A ram and a bob.
well, you could say that if it happened, but it did.
Nem így volt.
Isn't it great?
Start talking, Tim, or we'll have to see if you can...
Come on, Sonny. I was supposed to be the bad cop.
Shut your...
Hey, quit playing tough, will ya? You know I'll help you even if you don't threaten me.
Stop babbling. Just answer the question.
Na, beszéljem.
Have you seen anything weird around the river?
You mean the smoke and burning ship?
Exactly.
Oh, no. I haven't seen it.
Nem látta, de azért tudja, hogy miről van
What
szó.
about Madame Zavas, Timothy? What's the old hag up?
I only know what everybody does. She's rich, she owns a brothel,
What else?
Well, I haven't heard anything else, I swear. She's surrounded by secrets.
Yes.
Who? From where? And?
Well, that's all. You know I can get into everywhere, but even I give the Nile a wide berth. Those wild girls are capable of it.
Yeah, we've noticed. So, what about Zip?
I'm telling you, I don't know. He was our...
Why are you still sniffing around?
I was trying to make that fella talk. over there.
A
The
legyen.
old fly guy? You speak it.
What if I do? I'm educated, you know?
All right, Tim. My patience is gone. It's time...
Hey, that's Seabird. Okay, back off.
Exactly. That's why I haven't smeared the...
Ouch.
Vajon meg lehet tanulni légyül, rovarul, ahogy ők mondták?
Timbo's a douchebag, so it's not hard to... So what the hell are you doing around here, Timbo?
All right, I confess, but you'll be surprised.
Really? I'm swelling.
Everybody's whispering about the chicken police being back together again.
Great news. What else?
That you've threatened Ibn Wessler's sweetheart Natasha, then trashed Madame
Ez nem
Zavas.
is igaz.
Really? I'm not surprised.
Oh, and the best, you set fire to...
Yeah, right.
Nem is.
And one more thing. A poor girl was found dead at
Na
Natasha's
ez úgy
Is
volt.
that so? And you
Csak mi nem
believe all
öltük meg.
that?
I'm a journalist, Sonny. It doesn't matter what I believe.
Yeah, right. And why were you looking for us here?
You offend me, Sonny. I'm your biggest fan. I knew,
So it was a lucky guess.
something like that. And I'm wasting time here often anyway, so I had nothing to lose.
Out with it, Tim.
Well, any decent journalist has connections everywhere, Sonny.
So,
Na kiköpött.
You don't think I'm gonna betray my source? Do you take me for a rat? Sorry, I mean, I didn't.
what happened to Zip, Tim?
Okay. When I arrived here, the hop dog was already closed. Zip wanted to shoo me away, but I'm...
Yeah, right.
Okay. So, he was totally crazy. I've never seen him like...
He must have said something, since you're such great friends.
Well, he just said he'd go to the only place where there are even bigger scoundrels than those that are after him.
Really? I can guess where he...
I didn't have a clue. Anyway, after he closed the dog behind me, and then the cops came and took him away in handcuffs, I...
Zip, you clever...
Why? Who? What is it?
Ja, tehát a rendőrségre kell menni.
You just keep your beak out of this, Scribbler.
Aha.
I think I've got an idea
Emlékszek.
about what our little friend's up to. Timbo loves to brag, and it's easy to approach him through his ego. Working on a new front page article.
Well, if a specific celebrity couple is willing to give me an interview, then...
Don't even dream about it.
Eee.
These,
A kétek most nagyon pontos, hogy ki.
Who were they?
I didn't notice. You know, you guys all look alike to me. Oh, sorry about that, Sonny. No offense. I mean, you and Marty...
Mert akkor ők ketten lesznek a beépítettek.
Did you maybe write down the license plate of...
Why would I?
Because you always pay attention to the small detail.
Well, I did pay attention, but it didn't make sense.
Never mind. Timbo, you pay attention to everything. Did anyone else come here?
Besides the coppers?
But you just told us it
Akartam
was...
mondani, hogy az előbb azt mondta, hogy nem volt kiúzás.
Don't make me mad, Tim.
Hey, I'm only telling you the truth. They stopped here in a fancy big car, looked around, then left.
Tiny Tim is a true fan of ours, and it's time to finally use that to... Help your old pals, Tim.
Hey, you're trying to grease me up with all that stuff.
Of course not, Tim. We're old pals.
Mi most a jók vagyunk.
I'm sure we are, but I don't remember you telling me that without...
I'm glad to hear that.
Zip was acting crazy. He was running around, knocking over everything and throwing things away.
And in between,
Well, I didn't see...
why didn't you go inside?
Well, I tried, Sonny. The door was closed. I knocked, even yelled. You know...
I think I have a hunch what that was all.
Good for you, Sonny.
Zip was hiding
Szerintem be kell
something in
menni,
the
ott van
dark,
ugye egy ajtó.
right?
What do you mean?
Now you tell me. You're good.
Well, that's right, Sonny, but Zip's not the kind to easily share his...
That's more like it, Tim. Tell me.
Well, I don't know what it could be exactly. I mean, maybe it's not even relevant, but I'm sure Zip was...
What and where?
I don't know, okay? I already told you too much. If Zip hears about me telling you all this, he...
Tim, unless we find Zip, he's not going to talk to anyone ever again.
9, nem rossz. Nem rossz, megint ügyesek voltunk. Meglepően jók vagyunk ma.
Are you looking for a headline even on New Year's Eve?
I have to make a living somehow. So, tell me.
It's not work for us, Tim. It's just pure fun. Walk this...
A nice cup of coffee feels especially good after a little...
If you can make good coffee.
Whoa, gloomy gods, take it easy, boys.
Na menjünk
This
be.
mess.
Looks like he was in a real hurry, or was trying to erase his...
Because he was trying to hide something.
And most of all, what?
Let's take a good look around.
John Wayne-éka legyen egy ilyen zene. Ez a John Wayne-éka? Ja, de visszavált. Ja, ezek voltak? Itt igazából mindent megnéztünk, csak az ajtó. Ah.
Greetings, pal. What can I get you?
What are you doing, Marty?
A nice hot cup of coffee? Maybe some toast? Ooh.
You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Yes, sir. One coffee and a turbo milkshake with extra...
Ah, furry gods, help me. Please don't have a nervous...
Oké, akkor viszont át kell néznünk alaposan.
When we get over this whole mess, I'm gonna take you to a
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
You'll see. Just wait.
Jó, el akar vinni minket. Koncertre.
Cold and moldy. Good question, pal.
De akkor mi lehet itt?
Ooh, maybe a peanut souffle with...
Oh, stop it, Marty, before...
Ugh, you're just a boring old...
I'd rather be boring than dead.
Így van.
Did you find something?
Nothing. Or, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but nothing important.
A pity. Whatever that mangy raccoon tried...
Or not.
The kingdom of dirt... Anything? Well...
Na de ha nincs itt semmi.
The kingdom... Anything?
Still nothing. But I'm starting to like it here. It's like a new job.
Well, if this case gets plucked up, you'll find yourself... Oh, oh, oh. Look at this.
I'm looking.
Esküszöm, hogy véletlenül nyomtam meg. Mondom, megnézem, hogy itt le lehet-e valamit simogatni.
Where do we find him?
Timbo told us he's with even worse bastards than the one chasing him.
That's it. The Parliament.
No, Marty, but close.
Then, no way.
Oh, yes, Marty. Zip is at the clock.
Could it be that simple? And that wild?
Well, the cops took him. So it's obvious that he called the cops.
Doesn't he know half the police is in Wessler's pocket?
He probably does, but this was his only chance.
Then he really is in big trouble.
Yeah, I haven't got a better idea.
Arra kell menni. Mit gyűjtöttünk? Mi ez?
Why did you keep that wristband?
És véres. Véres az. De ez ilyen karszalag, nem? Mint a betegeknek szokott lenni. Kíváncsi vagyok.
Anything?
Still?
Well, The kingdom.
Na de most mi van? Ja, hogy így kell kimenni.
No, Timbo, but we wouldn't tell you even if we...
Ah, but you have. You...
Be careful what you're writing, Timmy boy. I'm a cop for only the next 121 days.
And when did you being a cop stop?
He has a point.
Just keep a low profile,
okay? Okay, I get it. My beak is...
Hey, old pal, could...
Does he understand us?
I don't know.
Excuse me. Have you seen where the raccoon went? Nothing.
Imádom vele a beszélgetést, tudom, hogy nem jó semmire, de... Poén. Na. Ajaj,
Clucking furry hell.
felismerik az
We're
autónkat.
still alive?
And they'd like to do something about it.
Piu, 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 piu. Ne őket lőtte tyúkeszű.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
And you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Ne őket lőtte tyúkeszű, ez kurva jó volt. Csináljuk a lyukakat, oda nézzetek! De kurva jó! Mindjárt vége!
We could
Megvan.
only hope we'd arrived in time. If they'd taken Zip to the interrogation room, the hole as we called it, and beaten the truth out of him, we'd lose the trail and end up
Én se értem, de mindegy.
It was time to be fast and ruthless. God damn it, Zip.
Mindegy, jó az így.
Here, the top of the cops.
Idiot's luck. They must have gotten soaking wet.
Sometimes I wonder how these two are even still alive.
Wonders of the world, Marty. Hey, guys. Beautiful night.
Well, to be honest, I'm so... Shut the fuck up, Royce. And you, did you have anything...
Better than this? Nah, nothing.
Ah, piss off, chicken.
Oké,
How many of these did we wreck?
9.
How much?
Well, stop.
ezt már hallottuk.
You know, Sonny, I hate the old hand from the...
Well,
What?
Ezt is néztük.
Not until...
Martin,
Azt a
Yes,
kurva.
Chief.
you know what I've heard?
I have no idea, Chief.
You think I'm stupid, birds?
Nem,
No, we don't, Chief.
ön egy kutya, ha nem vett volna észre.
What loving fuck do you think you're doing?
Chief, if I may...
Sonny, shut the fuck up. You're not on duty.
Oh, we just stepped out for a coffee, Chief. Then we saw something suspicious.
Suspicious, right? You invest...
Yes, sir.
Do you take me for a fool, chickens? And what do you know about the bird?
Burning, what? Wild lords, that...
Lehazudjuk is, bázeg a csillagokat is.
Innocent with me, Santino. You both stink like you...
Well, you don't think we had anything to do with that, do you?
I don't know. But if you do, I will...
I swear, Chief.
I've had enough of your swearing for a lifetime. Get the fuck out of my...
Yes, sir.
Have a beautiful day, Chief.
Don't let me see you again, Santino.
I'll try not to be seen, Chief.
I'm not your chief.
Jó, Ádám. Na, beszéljük Zippel.
Sorry, boys. I can't let you do that. You know,
You in protocol, Bosco? Don't make me...
that's the case, boys, like it or not.
Well, what can I do?
You say, Bosco, what's all this about, Zip?
Yeah, if only I knew. This idiot called us on himself.
And what does he want to
Ah, tehát megmentette saját magát Zip.
We still can't get it out of him. But we're taking him down to the hole soon.
Would you mind if we asked him a few questions?
Tehát azért, hogy ez a kettő ne ölje
You
meg.
know, just for old time.
Sorry, boys, but you know
The rules.
Ezért inkább hívta a rendőröket, hogy vigyék be.
Boil.
Yeah, more like blood. Sorry, boy.
Well,
Jó, akkor vele tényleg nem lehet beszélni.
Do you know anything about a girl named Deborah Ibanez?
You mean the Bambi whose body was found in Natasha Kutsenko's weekend?
Don't call her a Bambi.
So you knew her?
Just fleetingly.
Csak
I
szörmentem.
don't even want to know. I don't know much about her. Those is
Thanks for the intel, Mon. Anything?
You were at the scene, right?
We? Of course not.
Sonny, you can't lie to me. You just can't.
Is this some kind of interrogation? Just leave us alone, Monica.
You're an open book for me, Sonny. Remember that.
Ez a csaj tényleg ismer minket amúgy. Ezt már észrevettem párszor, amikor beszéltünk vele.
Madame Zavas, the legend herself.
So you're that lonely? I didn't think that was your thing, Sonny, but you know what's best for you.
We were there to
Of course. And were you...
To be honest, they beat us and tried to burn.
Inside of a sinking ship.
Wow. Busy night, right? Even for you.
Vele?
Yeah.
Lehet.
So, what do you know about the madam?
Lehetséges amúgy.
Nothing much. She's not had any run-ins with the police recently.
Of course, because half the PD goes to her.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Look, Mon, we suspect Madame Zavas is in cahoots with Ibn.
No, but those two mean trouble by themselves. I don't envy.
Seriously, any ideas?
Get out while you can. Right about immediately.
Well, you're kind of right.
We can't, Mon. We gotta see this through to the end.
Famous last words.
When did they bring in the trash panda?
Not even an hour ago. You're just in time. They haven't.
Yeah, I can see. Listen, Mon.
Can I be honest? Not really.
Oh, just a small thing.
Me and my big heart.
Call Bosco over here for some reason, okay? So that we can...
Okay.
Elcsai
I
Bosco.
guess I can do that.
We'll thank you somehow.
No.
Egy randira.
Promises this time.
Shoes?
Size 35, high heels, black.
Yes, ma'am.
Magas sarkút kért, bazd meg, én beszarok.
Bosco,
Yes, ma'am.
come over here for a second.
Right away.
Hát ez kurva jó volt.
Bubo doesn't have a high opinion of you, Zip.
You see these stitches? His weight. All of them.
Ah, I see.
He's a good friend of mine. But the word friend is
What do you think about this paper?
I've seen better, sonny boy. But that's not paper.
Do you know what it is?
At first glance, it's canvas. A piece of a painting. But it's too small and...
So, still nothing. Well,
Anytime, boys. Are we done?
Have you ever been to the Nile, Zip?
Oh, I wish, man. But my kind can't get in there. What?
Right in the madam's room if you're interested.
Oh, so that's why you look like that.
Bingo. Did you know that the place has ties?
That place has ties to everything and everyone in Clawville, boys. Even to the royal family. I'll bet my...
So, we were just about to listen to some sweet music when,
Didn't that damn jukebox break?
Oh, damn it.
Ó, megtaláltuk.
Zip. There was a wristband behind.
984-236.
What? All that from memory? How the hell?
I have no idea either, and it scares me too, but that's not the point.
That is, if you want to leave this place on your...
Okay. You got me.
Do we look like we're on duty?
Na, akkor kihallgatás a
Zip is a
fel.
real opportunist. He's trying to turn everything to his advantage. Who did you escape from? And why here, Zip? How did you know they were coming for you?
I got a tip-off from a friend that I should pack my things and go if I want to live. But
So you thought you'd be safe?
Of course. Ibben's people are everywhere, but,
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about
Akartam mondani, hogy szerintem ez nem olyan biztos, mert van egy beépített ember minimum. Egy biztos.
How did you manage to piss off Ibn?
I don't know, all right?
I don't have time for this. Sing like a bird, or I can't guarantee your safety.
I did something for him, that's all, okay? A tiny little favor. You know how it goes, Sonny. Animals like Wessler make a living out of these kinds of favors.
Tiny little favor, eh? Wessler's kind don't send assassins after someone for tiny little favors.
You have no idea what's going on in his head nowadays, pal. Fella got
Hogy remeg a kis mosómedve, nem?
What did you have to do for...
I never hurt anyone, all right?
I never said you did.
I just had to get rid of a package for the boss. That was the job.
Yeah? What kind of pack?
A very heavy one.
Dead bodies are kind of heavy.
Hullát kellett szállítani.
How did you know it was a dead body?
I didn't. I was bluffing, but thanks for the answer.
You lousy chicken.
Zip's a secretive little specimen, but knowing his past, it's no surprise. Why you, Zip? Ibn has many loyal henchmen.
Because, it's harder to trace.
He chose you out of the whole city for
He needed someone who knows the hive well.
the Hive. So, Roach Town, eh? Why?
Because I had to get rid of the package.
You mean the body? It's starting to get interesting.
Hogy remeg, kurva jó.
If they let you out, what do you...
I don't know, okay? Maybe it was a stupid idea coming here, but this was my...
Or a few hours, more likely. If you help us...
You mean you can be bored, Sonny? What a time to be alive.
I'm suspended, Zip, and I'm talking chicken to raccoon.
Oh, I see. You're a foul.
Why did you keep that wrist?
Because it seemed important. And because...
How, exactly?
Who knows? It seemed important. It just fell out of the body bag and I thought...
Tehát igazából az egy hullára való számos perec volt,
That's why they want to kill you.
amit őnek el kellett tusolni. Ezért eltette, hogy majd, hogyha véletlenül bármi fenyegetés kap, akkor ezzel fog izélni, hogy a rendőrökhöz eljön és elmondja, hogy de nekem van bizonyítékom.
What happened to the body?
I don't know, Sonny. All I had to do was drop it in an...
Where starvation's most prevalent, I guess.
I couldn't have found a better way to get rid of a corpse myself. All that fresh meat must have been gone in a matter of minutes. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't stick around to see what happened.
You make me...
You would have done exactly the same thing in my situation. Anyone would have. I got the order, I did what I...
that's Ibn for you.
Yeah, something like...
Zip may be secretive, but if he manages to open up, he's also honest. He's not trying to change... Who was this stiff, Zip?
I swear I don't know.
I have a hard time believing you didn't take a little peek.
I didn't dare, okay? I knew...
It looks like they're gonna kill you anyway.
Not if you help me, Sonny.
I haven't. I'm asking you for the last time. What's with the wristband?
I honestly have no idea, Sonny. It simply fell out of the bag when I threw it down in the alley. At first, I wanted to leave it there, but then, well, you know me, huh?
And that's the whole story?
That's the whole story. At first, I thought it was some kind of...
Like on prisoners?
Exactly. But I know from experience that prisoners don't get bands like this. Not in club.
Maybe you're right, Zip. While we're at it, was it Dr. Booba?
Yeah, it was. Why?
Thanks, Zip. You've helped us put some
Well, that's great. Hey, then help me, Sonny. I don't want to rot in here or end up in an alley of the...
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
You gotta help me.
Be glad I'm not charging you as an accomplice to murder here and now. Just keep your head down.
I will, Boss Bird. I will.
That's more like it.
Hát, ez is jó volt. Ma nagyon megyünk a kikérdezésbe.
So you're telling me you have no idea what this is?
It's a wristband. I see the same thing as you. This was the only thing left of the dead body.
So you just took it? Maybe for...
Who knows? Maybe it just hurt my sense of justice.
You're a real bastard, Zip. A real first-grade...
Should I say thanks?
Just lay low, Zip. Real.
Thanks for the advice.
So, where to next? Where did that wristband...
I got bad news, Marty. I only know one person who knows about metal.
Oh, no.
Sorry, partner.
Ismét Bubó. Fogadjunk, hogy ott lesz most Ursula.
A busy day, sir?
Sonny, you think...
understood, sir. Sorry.
Get the fuck out of my...
yes, sir. Sorry, sir. No.
Did anyone ever tell you you're a real pain in the ass, son?
Only my mother, sir.
Hát csak az anyja mondta.
Hey, Bosco.
Get lost, Sonny. Can't you see I'm...
Azt a kurva. Jó. Na hát akkor... Oké, tehát Bubóhoz kell mennünk.
Hello, Ursula D. Oh, what's the rush?
Milyen szép kis maci.
Wrong. That dim-wit.
Whoa. It's all right, Ursula.
Mi történt?
Just...
What happened? You happened. And Wester's goons. It was supposed to be the only...
We're sorry, Ursula. You're right.
Like I care, Marty. I'm tired of this. Tired of the bitter old owl, and I'm tired of waiting.
And?
Never mind. I'm going. This time,
Azt akart, hogy megkérje a kezét?
Hang in there, Ursula.
anything. Of course, there.
Ouch. I'm gonna try to talk to the old owl.
Good.
Oh, and Ursula, thanks for...
You know, I'm starting.
That was... yeah.
But understandable. I only see Bubo once a...
A lot of people feel the same about us.
Yeah, that's true.
Szia, Bobo!
Say, Bubo, about Ursula.
What about her?
Well, that's just it. What if she's not coming back? I'm a little worried about you, Doc.
Well, don't worry, boys. The wind's blowing.
And Ursula always comes back.
Exactly. There are things in the universe that are unchangeable.
Touching, but you should be prepared for the worst. I thought Molly was coming back too, you know.
Akkor csak szakítottak.
Oh.
I trust Ursula, Sonny.
Well, to be honest, that's all you can do. What do you know about this wristband?
Na, kíváncsi vagyok.
Zip said they gave these to patients in hospitals. That's why we came back to...
Something similar, yes, but not exactly the same.
And?
And what?
Well, what do you think? Where's this from?
How the hoot would I know, Sonny? What am I, some kind of...
Okay, let's try another approach. Do you have any idea why Wessler's men were looking for Zip so hard?
I don't. How should I know?
He had to hide a body. The body of someone Wessler killed. The wristband is from...
Really?
Ha Bobo benne lenne, az durva lenne.
Old owl.
Well, boys, if I'm right.
That's more like it.
Tell us, Bubo.
So, Wessler, the wristband, and a coat.
Na mondjad.
Owl face.
Okay, don't peck me, chickens. Hobart Ibn Wessler has a relative who...
Elmegyógyintézet, én mondtam, hogy valami ilyesmi.
Insane asylum.
Wait, a relative? What kind of relative?
You don't know? I thought you were the detective.
Ikertestvére.
Anyway,
Albert Wessler.
Put it together very skillfully, Marty. Yes, Albert.
Do you think he's the corpse? But why?
How the hell should I know that?
Thanks, Bubo. If what you told us is true, then this time...
És mi van, hogyha az elmebeteg megölte a normálisabbat, és az elmebeteg van most per pillanat a fejként ott fönt a...
Albert Wessler. Which asylum do you mean, Bubo?
It's got some
Mi van, ha most ő van ott?
long name. I don't remember, but I have a brochure. Let me find it for you.
Thanks, Bubo.
Well, here it is. Let there be peace for...
Where can we find it? I've never heard of it.
It's a good 6-hour drive from Clawville. Maybe more.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally...
6 órás útra van.
Finally? Now get your chick. Just one more thing.
What's that, Bubo?
If that someone was really Albert Wessler, the trouble...
It's always bigger than we think, Bubo. We're used to it.
You don't understand. Ibn Wessler
Tehát nem ölte meg.
loved and respected anyone in his life.
Nagy valószínűséggel a másik ő ölte meg őt.
So what?
Vagy teljesen lényegtelen az egész, ledobtak egy hullát, és tudták ki, hogy az Zip meg fogja nézni. És a karkötőt le fogja szedni. Vagy azt akarták, hogy megtalálják rajta ezt az izét, és azt hiszik, hogy meghalt a testvére, de nem halt meg a testvére, hanem igazából ott van velük valahol. Ez is lehet. Sok minden lehet most, még nagyon sok a kérdés.
That rat you mentioned.
Should I be surprised or what?
Yeah.
What did that old rat...
Ibn was blackmailing him with something. That's what we wanted to ask.
I don't care about Wessler's dealings, Sonny. I patch up whoever...
Or gangster cops.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Túl sok minden lehet. Oké, köszi, Bubó. Nézzük csak.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Aha, tehát ide kell elmennünk. Nézzük csak. Ma tele van az első oldal. Albert. És a várostól messze levő az...
We had to gather ourselves, take a deep breath, and think over what we knew so far. What the chickens had I got myself into? What had I dragged Marty into? Moreover, what had we pulled the whole city into? This was going to be one of those cases that changed things forever. But I wasn't worried about myself.
Igazad van amúgy szem.
Too many pieces had been.
Tehát szerintem ő kiválasztotta Martit, aki majd a jövőbeli ő lesz.
He's too good of
a secret twin brother? Sonny, I'm starting to feel like we're really in a
Yeah, but listen, Marty.
What is it, Boss Bird?
I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
What? Are you joking? I know you have a weak sense of humor, but there's a limit to everything.
I'm not joking, Marty.
Well, I certainly hope you are.
Whatever comes next, you don't need to be mixed up in it. You have someone to go home to.
Guys, damn it, Sonny. Can you hear yourself? What do you think? I endured all this to give up now? What do you take me for? No, pal. You're not getting rid of me so easily.
I just want you to keep your career and your life intact, you moron. Just accept it, shake my hand, and go home.
Yeah, how's this?
Wife Laura's waiting for you.
One more word, Sonny, and I swear I'm gonna bash your beak in. I risked my life more than once tonight. You know why?
Milyen kemény?
No. Why?
Because we're a team. We have been a team for almost a decade. I don't care what Blood Boil says or whatever's on a goddamn piece of paper. We're the chicken.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna go to that insane asylum and wrap this shit up fast and clean. Yeah.
Thanks, Marty. Without you, I'd most likely already be sleeping the big sleep.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Like you say, partner.
Let's drop this before you start crying on me, okay?
I hope not.
You almost just did.
Clock off, Marty.
That's the spirit. The Sonny I know. Please say the floor inside is covered with conspiracy theory.
More like dirty clothes and empty...
You're no fun.
Well, you'll get old eventually.
Never.
Oké, most mit kell?
I've had enough stimulation. A stack of... What do you think, Marty?
What? You care what I think? You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Stop fooling around, Marty. I'm serious.
Well, I think we're in deep shit. But to be honest,
Do you think he really murdered his brother? But why?
Doesn't add up yet. Something's missing.
Exactly. If he's the dead body, we've got to know what the motive was.
And what do you think, Sonny?
I think Ibn, Albert, and Natasha are the three key players in this case.
And the fact that Natasha used to be...
Yeah, that too.
Listen, Sonny, about...
Oh, just forget it, Marty, okay? She's not part of my life anymore. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Whatever you say, Boss Bird.
It could be, or she could even be behind everything.
No, you don't believe that.
I'm not sure what I believe, Marty. Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel.
Ne izgulj, egyszer befogjuk valamikor. Egyik hétvégén majd betesszük. Na. Tehát. Natasha. Kell lennie, és... Ez sem az. Ne foglalkozunk vele. Mi a fasz? Semmelyik nem jó. Ez most ez mit jelent, srácok, hogy most
Natasha used to work there, that's obvious. And Ibn wanted to keep that a secret.
most ez mi volt? Amúgy ez lehet szem. Ugyanúgy, hát kb. Ja. Ja, ide ilyen kell. Police nem. Ja, hogy ide tárgy kell? Farszallag.
Who could it belong to?
És nem ez, bazd meg. Pedig esküszöm, azt hittem, hogy ez kulcs.
Somebody died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband.
Oké. És akkor most ide. De oké, most mi azt hiszük, hogy hozzátartozik, de szerintem nem hozzátartozik. Na. Megint bebagolt, bazd meg. Az előbb is bebagolt. Most mi a lófasz van, srácok? Tehát mindegyiknél nemet jelez. Én ezt értem, de bejelöltem már.
So where exactly is this place?
A few hours drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creep.
You think it's a good idea to go there? What if it's a trap?
Amúgy ezzel nincs gondolkodtam. Hogy mi van a csapda?
No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up forever,
thanks, all I deserved.
Still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated.
Hey, Sonny, she...
Ah, don't be stupid, Marty. My old ticker hasn't been...
Yeah, all right, boss. So what do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the hive is true, starvation.
Ez kemény amúgy, hogy ledobták a hullát és megették nagy valószínűséggel.
Telling me. Makes my feathers stand on end when I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon Clawville's gonna burn.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first. 'Cause then...
Lovely prospect, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body and...
That's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right.
Érdekes.
I believe that little rat.
Kokas pörkölt.
Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice...
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Hát akkor figyelj, mi tart vissza minket?
I've had enough stimulation.
Az előbb azt mondták, hogy ígyunk, bazd meg, most meg már megint azt írják, hogy nem. Jó, az a lényeg, hogy ki kéne menni.
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. Ibn's got his brother killed because...
No, that could be the case, but I believe the roots go deeper than that.
Which we'd only learn if we talk to him. I mean, if the corpse isn't him. Because then we'd need a medium.
Which would be exciting, but maybe it's enough if we ask the doctor who treated him.
That too, yeah. But where's the fun in that? Okay, so the picture is more or less...
Ezt már végighallgattuk.
A closet that's closed. I still have nightmares about the...
Really? Were you alive then? How old?
I was 3. And maybe it's not even a true memory. Just the collective memory of the city. I see the flame.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you weren't born in Clawville.
Exactly, Marty. We were just visiting.
I'm surprised you ever returned. Heavy stuff.
Fiúk. Üres a fiúk, mert nálunk van minden.
A stack of books I've never read.
Na de most mi van akkor?
Okay, so the picture is more...
No.
Which... That...
Thanks for everything, pal.
Don't mention it, Sonny. If it weren't for you...
How lucky...
Damn right.
Megint telefonálni kéne? 555-966. 5 5 5 9 6 6. Lehívjuk az elmegyógyintézetet, hogy nyitva vannak-e, és hogy élnek-e ott egyáltalán emberek, és felveszi most egy elmegyógyintézetben egy ápolt...
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password.
Van nekünk.
You have one?
Igen.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm coming
Ja,
from
azt
the
hittem, hogy a
Clawville
kar
Police
szeret.
Department.
In that case, officer, I'd advise you to visit...
Thank you, miss. I get...
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
Nem gondoljátok, hogy ez egy kicsit fura? Fura volt ez a beszélgetés.
So,
we have to go there.
The thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha.
Ez jó volt.
So, I get the...
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to see.
Great idea.
Bazd meg, mi volt Louisnak a száma? Louis. 555-932, bazd meg, még mindig nem éreztem meg. Én is azt mondom. 5 9 32. Louist össze-vissza rángatjuk amúgy. Embertelenül.
Hey, Lewis, it's... Were you sleeping, pal? Would you open up a room for Marty?
Truly,
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna...
I will. You won't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the mess, Marty. I rarely have...
Don't worry about it, Sonny. I didn't...
Thanks.
I'd still like to take a peek inside.
I wouldn't do that if...
Oh, it gets more and more enticing.
Elmegyógyintézet. Na. Gyártok, én gyorsan elmegyek most jó szünetre. Tartsatok vissza. Jövök 1 perc. Azt megyünk az elmegyógyintézetre. Azt nem akartam. Itt is vagyunk, megyünk a csapdába. Megyünk a csapdába, srácok. Na go. Szerintetek?
I slept like I used to sleep years ago.
Évekkel ezelőtt.
Like a miner or a soldier. Empty, dead tired. Then I saw Tessa, my darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away. Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha.
Ő ütött le minket, ő.
Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Painted red. Painted red.
Ő ütött le
That was
minket.
just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more. I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
Bazd meg. Az egyetlen színes dolog.
This picture.
It's very...
special? It's special?
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping me out.
Eléggé para lett az a játék. Igen, itt a róka a király.
This guy seems strange.
You don't say. You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well, I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true.
Oh, no. Poor devil.
Huh.
That was very poetic of you, Marty.
Oh, fuck you.
We should go to reception.
Előbb irányra vezető.
We should check in.
Oké, bejelentkezünk. Persze, hogy egy zebra.
Wild ones.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Well,
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh,
Mit mondtam?
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please,
Mit mondtam?
don't be scared. I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book
Zebrát,
about you and
gratulálok.
your adventures,
Ügyes vagy.
and I even collected newspaper
Zsiráf.
articles when I was a little girl.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor.
Mostában van ilyen, hogy a Bogi is mondja, hogy mondok valamit. Én nem arra emlékszek.
Oh God. Take a deep
Rossz
breath,
előjel.
Miranda. Take
Nagyon
a deep
rossz.
breath.
Are you okay, miss?
Zsiráfra gondoltam.
Yes, I am. I just needed some air.
Well, miss, we have some questions.
Na jó, hogy itt vagytok, látjátok, ti ki tudtok engem
To
javítani.
answer all of your questions, detectives.
Oké.
Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we are relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous
Nem.
specialist.
Szerintem ő egy ilyen, tudjátok, ilyen elszabadult paciens. És most ő eljátsza, hogy ő a recepciós.
Nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course...
I see. Now this Dr. Quetzal...
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor.
Ezek szerint még dugtak is.
And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
És kígyó, bazd meg.
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho... what? That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other...
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler.
Nem tudom, mennyire tűnt fel amúgy ez a... Hol a szöveg íródik. Ez annyira kurva jól néz ki, ez az ilyen fekete bőrszerű. Nagyon menő háttér. Engem nagyon... Én azt figyelem amúgy sokszor, nem is a szöveget.
He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so. Now, what can you say about this, miss? Have you,
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it?
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid...
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda. This case is a matter of
Ismerős érzés. Én is azért húztam be, csak ez a szar folyamatosan itt eljön ide. Az arcomba.
All right. I'll do it. Albert
Thaddeus Wessler.
The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget.
Please, don't make me blush.
Don't
tell anyone you heard it.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
We need to let them know we're here first.
Huh. It doesn't matter.
That was very poetic.
Fuck you.
Ezek a zenék, hát ez... Megőrült. Engem megőrítenek. Na már csak egy embert nem ismerünk. Azt medik, tudjuk jó, hogy ki. Aki a főgonosz lesz az egész játékban. Ő. Itt a főgonosz. Akit úgy hívnak, hogy Molly.
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all...
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but...
Danger? What do you...
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but...
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell.
Ott ült, hülyék.
I'll never...
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty. But they feel exactly the same about...
Exactly. Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
Kutlós fászozta rám.
Your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds...
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living...
Lucky. Please, take a seat. How
Take
can
a
I help
seat.
you, gentlemen?
Let's go there. Jó,
Your office is rather
Puritán.
Puritan.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work.
Ez amúgy mekkora gondolkodás.
What's essential in my office?
I
Office.
see. That makes sense.
Century. Jó, nyomádom. Nem kell ide luxus iroda, bazd meg. Így, dolgozásra
Why do you
így.
have bars on your windows?
Because it's a room like all the others, and I'm just an animal
Ő is egy
too,
kettyós.
like all
With the significant difference of you being a
It's not as big of a difference as you
Mondjuk ez is
think.
igazság. Ma úgy beszélsz, mint szősz. Basszus. Nagy
Is this
igazság.
cell like the others?
I would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a
Értem.
strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea. Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting question.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it.
Marty, clock up.
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuous Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from
the predatory division of the Clawville Police
Túl sokat tud rólunk amúgy. Nagyon sokat tud.
one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to it.
Please be...
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know. It's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously...
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service. But you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible...
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
For quite some time. His first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide, but they're afraid to...
I couldn't have said it better,
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't...
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century until finally it went to the
Szerintem
crown
nem.
of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather
Itt, hogyha
took the
ha
throne.
ő bármiben is hibás, az az, hogy szerintem ő egy beteg, aki itt van, és nem is...
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150
És egy paciens, de nem főnök. Ennyi.
So
De
if I count correctly, as soon as
szerintem
it went
őnek
to the
nincsen
crown, it
beleszólása,
was
vagy
seized by
bármiféle
your family.
That's
dolga ezzel az üggyel.
accurate, Mr. Featherland.
De aztán ki
What a
tudja.
lovely inheritance. Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Is that...
As it turns out, she likes small...
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
Jaj, mennie kell. Akkor előtte még kihallgatom.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to... So, when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him,
4 évvel
arrived
ezelőtt.
here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were, or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible grey ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than...
Érdekes.
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough...
Tehát nagy valószínűséggel lehet nem is volt annyira
In the
beteg.
case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
Mondom, lehet, hogy annyira volt esze, és amúgy nem is lett beteg. Tehát nem is annyira kettyós a csávó. Lehet, hogy kicserélte magát, ennyi.
How did you see Albert when you first met?
Albert was shy and reserved, like a ghost. He almost never touched anything. It was evident he was exceptionally intelligent.
What else?
He was delicate and graceful, almost like a woman. Yes, He was rather...
Why did he have to be locked up?
I asked the same thing.
Are you telling me Albert had...
Lehet, hogy úgy, mint a Széttörve című filmben. Lehet, hogy több lénye van, és az egyik az nő.
For the cause of his seizures. He had a cold.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left.
He did what? Left the...
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that. When and why did Albert leave the institution?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we...
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland.
Nagyon fura ez a történet itt most.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship.
Az a lenti festmény az övé lesz.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
Akkor az nem az a festmény. Azt mondom én is szerintem.
He was fascinated by it, but who could blame him? A little,
which could be a surprisingly if
it could have been. Unfortunately, these excursions have greatly intensified his seizure.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like
more danger.
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed...
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed. Right until that...
What exactly happened?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but...
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk.
Na mi történt? Mondd ki.
Be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Igen, Natasha lett. Albert nyelvét tépni.
So, Albert's tongue was torn out or cut off.
So you're saying Albert was brought
Akkor viszont nem.
Horribly mutilated.
Akkor nem cserélték ki.
Yes. And they didn't give any
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about it, but...
I'm not that kind of doctor, Mr. Featherland. But even I could determine his tongue was either cut out or bitten off.
But there's no doubt it wasn't an accident.
I don't believe it was, Mr. Featherland.
I totally agree. Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert?
Mind your tone,
Sorry, Doc, but I can see you're disturbed.
How could I not be? I'm not a monster.
So, what was he like after the incident?
Even more silent than ever. No surprise.
What do you mean by that?
He never painted anything again.
Szerintem is másikat kellett volna.
Completely.
That didn't get me far. What happened then? How did Albert...
Bocsánat, ne haragudj, nem akartam ennyire erőszakos lenni.
Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watch his
Vegetatív
brother.
állapotban volt.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing.
Ez igaz, ez igaz.
Trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And
Do you think Hobart could have...
it's horrible to say it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone...
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland.
Ez viszont nagyon fura.
Disappeared.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients.
Hogy lehet úgy kijutni egy épületből, ahonnan nem vette senki észre, bazd meg.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now...
We understand, Doctor.
10 feltett kérdés, 90%. Nem rossz. Lehetséges. Összehozzuk itt. Mollynek benne van a keze, ezt érzem, nagyon durván érzem.
That's quite shocking.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler...
Then the,
accident. We didn't believe it. Not for a second. After...
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out, and his tongue...
We believe you, Doctor.
I'd rather call it his room.
Thanks to the Wessler name,
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
De hogy cserélhetett akkor
surprising.
helyet, hogyha a szemét kinyomta és nyelv nélkül, tehát nem tud beszélni. És nekünk beszélt a csávó.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure
Tehát a csere az nem lesz meg, szerintem.
I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
Unmistakable. Yeah.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
Ja, hogy úgy érted, Szen, hogy előtte. És azért vágta ki a nyelvét, hogy ne tudjon beszélni, hogy ő nem Albert. És teljesen más. Oh, így már oké. Na, ezt a szemszagot nem is néztem. Igazad van, Szem. Tehát Albert van kint, igen, és megcsonkította a testvérét, hogy ne tudjon beszélni, és ne tudjon semmit mondani, hogy ő nem Albert. Oh, igen. Nagyon jó. Király. Igazad van. Az azért mekkora csavar már.
You know, I don't think he had it so bad in here.
You mean apart from being separated from everyone you love in an ancient mansion filled with madmen? As always. The style. It's very familiar.
You've been lonely for far...
Not funny, Marty.
It is. A little.
Hát, ezek nagyon fura rajzok. Jó, várjatok.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily...
Ugyanazt a nőt szerették?
Nothing good ever comes of that.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up.
Akkor viszont tényleg Albert lesz kint.
Just use your imagination, old bird.
Scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just
Hát a képen izé volt Natasha.
If you say so, boss.
A képen Natasha
Look at that. A letter.
Új tárgy.
No way. Is this some kind of puzzle?
I don't think so. But we could still find something important here. A pattern, a sign, anything.
Szóljatok, ha láttok bármit, mert én kurvára nem látok semmit. 8. Mi a fasz? Mit kell itt rajzolni? És mit csinálják a macskával meg a... Nem, valami más lesz. Nézzük meg, hogy milyen tárgy volt ott a... Hát, ha van rajta valami.
Albert was madly in love with Natasha.
Mondom,
and would
Natasha.
have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that. Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman.
Na, mi lehet, srácok? Mit kéne a falon találni?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time,
Aha.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic?
If I'm right, this'll flip the whole...
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some...
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Ma.
You're killing me. So, what now?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the...
You're driving me crazy.
Akkor azok szerint a falon nem volt semmi?
What can you tell us about the woman in the photo we saw in Albert's room?
Do you mean Miss Natasha Katsenko? Well, yes.
Did she ever visit this place?
Never. But if you ask me, Natasha probably...
And Albert, did he mention her often?
Constantly. It was obvious he had an affection for Miss Katsenko.
I wouldn't jump ahead, Doctor. Something else could be behind Albert's disappearance.
Do you think so? All the signs clearly...
Maybe they do, Doctor, but in my line of work...
In 99% of cases.
Exactly. But this one typically...
If you say so.
Okay.
So, detectives...
I'm afraid we have, Doctor. And
I wouldn't dare to say I'm happy to hear it, but...
Well, thanks, Doc.
I hope I don't offend you by saying... I hope we're not going to...
Not on account of either of our jobs, am I right?
Exactly.
Fura.
Oh, I don't believe this. Those two again?
Take them out. My car won't last much longer.
Okay.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
Okay. Woo!
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Yuk, 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 yuk.
Blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Tudjátok, mit akartam rárajzolni. Viszont, hogyha a kereket lövöd, akkor látszik, hogy az autó megbicsaklik egy kicsit.
A little too close for my taste, and it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Come on, what did you work out?
Sure. Let's put the picture together. Let's start from the beginning.
No.
So, we got a case.
Akkor viszont Natasha. Ez. Szerelmes levél. Oké.
Natasha tried to show us the painting.
Akkor lehet, hogy Natasha rájött.
And that painting would have shown us the way. Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion. Which made Albert
őrült remedeként. Az lesz Szen! Beleszeretett Natasában, míg egy végzetes éjszakán megölte a saját testvét, hogy átvegye annak helyét, és elnyerje Natasha szívét. És így a szerelem megvan. Ennyi. Zsenik vagyunk.
So what happens now?
The inevitable, Marty.
Összehoztuk.
The Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
You mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
Hát az elején én is ezt mondtam, ugye? Tehát igazából Betty Holmes is van, csak hogy engem elvittek nagyon ezzel, hogy most kiválták a szemét meg a nyelvét. Tehát ott a Sam Holmes volt, Sunny Holmes volt a fő. Tehát igen, ez egy közös munka volt. Rávezettük egymást a dolgokra. Már csak Axel kellett volna ide, a nagy buliba.
That's why the torn out tongue.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
What a diabolical plan.
De amúgy ez nagyon menő.
Insane.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind. And
so the messages were written by one of his personalities.
Something like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole...
You're right. So?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we...
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it.
You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything.
Mi van? Bajcsika csak közben buglárkait írogat. Ezt gyorsan meg kell néznem, hogy mit írt. Ha már ennyire benne van a dolgokban. Na de amúgy, srácok, mit szóltok ahhoz, hogyha innen folytatjuk amúgy majd, mert szerintem még van ebből. Nem azt írta. Várjuk. Jó, nem fagyott le, csak nekem fagyott le. És befejezzük, szerintem lehet, hogy holnap, mert szerintem már ebből nincsen sok. Így van, és akkor most lesz egy úgymond egy reklám, egy napos reklám. Csak már belenézünk akkor most a játékba. És akkor majd befejezzük holnapra, majd beteszem valamikorra. És akkor végignyomom. Vagy hát persze, hogyha majd mindenki itt lesz. És mindenkinek jó lesz. Mert ez szerintem így közös ügy. Most már mindenki kíváncsi rá, hogy mi lesz a vége. Szóval, ja, holnap még otthon vagy Szen, ugye? Még szabadságon vagy. Holnap már nem. Hát akkor majd hétvégére beteszem valamikor. Vasárnapra. Vasárnap azt mondod, hogy mindig jó. Akkor vasárnap lesz. Akkor vasárnap befejezzük. Vasárnapi ebédnél rájövünk, hogy ki aki. Ha az úgy jó. Vasárnap. Vasárnap befejezzük. Na, király. Na, hát akkor, srácok, én nagyon szépen köszönöm, hogy itt voltatok. Ez a játék még szerintem most is zseniális, tehát nekem nagyon tetszik. Ez a hangulat zseni, a zene zseni, minden zseni. És ez, hogy így ennyire összedolgozunk együtt, srácok, ez tetszik. Ez tetszik. Tehát, hogy mindenki mond valamit, Axel megoldott ma egy rejtvényt, Szent most összetette nekünk a kirakós darabokat. Ezt így kell, ez a jó. Ez szép és jó, ez tetszik. Tetszik. Szóval 5-10 percen belül jövök. Csak átváltok mindent, játékot, meg mindent, és jövök. 5 perc szerintem az egész. Na, jövök is, srácok, akkor. Addig is, sziasztok!